Hello and welcome to a special episode of XenoChat. I am one of the hosts, Tyler, along with my co-host, Justin.
Hey guys!
Alright, we got a very special episode today, but first up, let's just introduce the other guests that are here. First up, we have Robin.
Please, call me Robin. It's what everybody calls me.
And we have B.
Howdy-ho!
And we have Dick.
Hey, you ready to make some crazy money? I mean, wait, yeah, wrong game.
Alright, tonight's episode is a very special, important episode, probably the most important episode we've ever had of XenoChat.
Serious face.
Yes, it is the most important episode that we'll probably ever have, ever.
We can basically stop the podcast after this one.
Yeah, it's a good finishing episode. It's very climactic topic. So tonight's episode, we are discussing the various sewer dungeons of the Xeno series.
Yeah, the sewers. You know, the most important locations in any given Xeno game.
The most important locations in any game. Like, if you don't have a sewer, did you make a game?
Right?
The most important location in New York. The most important location in Ninja Turtles as well.
I was gonna say Ninja Turtles. You stay out of my head.
Go for it. I want to hear your anecdote.
Oh, well, the only place where you can get introduced to a rat that will teach you ninjas and unlimited pizza.
Yeah, totally. Pizza.
Now, unfortunately, we can't get rats and pizzas and turtles and Xeno. To my knowledge, at least.
Oh,
We can absolutely get pizza and Xeno. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I said
Turtles.
pizza and rats and turtles. You might be able to get those individual things, but together. Do you have a bunch of turtles with headbands doing like spins and kicks and stuff? And
turtles, because I was going to say turtles in the game. Yes.
oh yes, we got each of them individually, but not together.
No, but they do have like giant like alien fetuses and like mermaid fish people that sing songs that put you to sleep. In
other words, Monolith Soft, if you're listening to this podcast, what we're saying is we want to see some Ninja Turtles in Xenoblade 3. I mean, we got like Ninja Turtles and Paper Mario, so why can't Xenoblade have them?
Yeah.
More pizza.
Oh, yeah, more pizza. In fact, Xenoblade 3 better ship with a coupon for Pizza Hut. If it doesn't have that in there, I don't want it.
That reminds me, somebody told me today that Pizza Hut changed their logo back to their old one, and I was like, what?
Also, Pizza Hut, if you're listening, you want to sponsor us? Maybe? Yes?
With a free lifetime supply of pizza.
Sponsor this, a pizza-themed podcast.
That's what we are now.
Can we talk about pineapple on pizza? I like it.
Oh, well, speaking of pineapple on pizza and other things that belong in the sewer, let's get back to sewers.
Perhaps.
All right.
I mean, we were talking about Pizza Hut, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we want to...
Inevitable.
Alright, so how do we want to start this, Tyler?
Alright.
Do you want to, like, go into what we did for this and the lovely poll that we made among those of us in XenoChat in terms of what is our favorite Xeno sewer?
We can start there, because, Rob and I did very extensive research on this subject.
Yep.
Indeed it is.
So
I'm looking at this chart, and these are indeed statistics.
Yes.
I got percentages and everything.
Lots of math.
There's even a pie chart.
Yes.
Pizza.
Very pretty pie chart. I can include it in the video. But,
That sounds
yes.
like effort.
It is effort, but I'll try. I'll see what I can do.
All right.
But anyway, we can go over my results first, if you'd like.
Sure.
So my research, I made a survey, which I got a staggering 8 responses from.
Wow.
So, and that was
everybody jumped into that one.
Yeah, that is the entirety of XenoChat right there. But yes, I basically asked what are people's favorite Xeno sewers and their least favorite. So, I'll just kind of start with the favorites. kind of tying at the last place are the Mechanis Factory and Bionis Interior. Now you may be wondering, how are these sewers? Well, would someone like to elaborate?
Well, you
Okay,
see,
the
the
Bionis-
Bionis has septic.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, I meant the Mechanis. The central factory that is inside the Mechanis. That makes it like it's basically you're in the stomach. And what is the stomach but the sewer of the body?
Right.
And with the Bionis Interior, you are in the upper respiratory system. And what is the upper respiratory system but the sewer of the body?
Well, let's go a little
You're
bit
very
further.
philosophical here.
Let's go a little bit further into that.
That
The
was
sewer is the way that they maintain the city and how you can tell what the cities are like based on the sewer structures. Therefore, you can tell what the zone is going to be like based on going into the interior.
Yes.
See, the air poops, and we breathe in the air poop, and then we put we put
What is
Exactly.
oxygen but the farts of trees?
parts of trees.
You're not
And then we
wrong.
fart the carbon dioxide out for the trees to eat, and it's a cycle.
So I'm just gonna say, how is the sewer episode about to be the most like deep philosophical episode of XenoChat here? We're asking some questions.
I said it was our most important episode. And
It was so important.
true.
I will also point out that B's response was less philosophy and more sociology, with a focus on how social engineering and civil engineering help
There we
determine
go.
sociology. But
I don't
that's
know why
okay.
Bot isn't teaching.
We are
What the hell
busting out
would I
the.
teach? What
We
the
are really
heck?
busting out the vocab words tonight. Damn.
I need a thesaurus.
You studied philosophy, didn't you?
I studied
What?
philosophy.
I did a little bit of
That's what I'm
philosophy.
saying.
Sewers are only for intellectuals.
Okay.
Anyways, go on.
I want to know the
Okay.
most favorite stewards.
Well,
Rank the most popular stews.
Top
I
10.
like stew.
the
Top
second
10.
favorite,
Least favorite.
second
your own
favorite
favorite.
one is the Cathedral Ship at 25%.
Mm-hmm.
And Cathedral Ship was I really liked that dungeon actually. I remember it was very kind of difficult, but
I've been watching through the movie of Xenosaga 1 that you've all posted, so I know what the Cathedral Ship is, and I don't understand why it is like second. I don't.
I was gonna say, okay, so I will say this. I don't think that Cathedral Ship makes that much sense in cutscenes. I think that that's one where you see the layout of the level, and there's a lot of environmental storytelling actually going on in there, and so
Alright,
you kind of
alright.
get it a lot better. I don't know how far you are, so I don't know if I want to spoil
Oh, I passed
that.
no. You can spoil it because I
Okay.
passed that part.
Okay, so that is like basically a demorphed version of a city, like.
So it's kind of like Land
It's
of
Ariadne,
Orca.
yeah. It's like
Okay.
it gets all. It's like a meat city,
Okay, cool. Carry on.
It also,
alien meat
just
city.
because it held like a really big story point, it stuck with a lot of people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's the kind of thing where I just think that one's a really good example of like just the environment doing a lot of the work of like, hey, this used to be a place where people lived, and then one day it disappeared, and oh shit, here it is.
Okay, that makes more sense. Thanks for the explanation of that.
It's like
sewer.
a lost city, except for made of meat.
Lost meat.
I like meat.
All right.
Well, everyone's favorite sewer dungeon actually is Uriah at 50% of the votes.
For what is the interior of the body but the sewer of the body?
Exactly.
Hey, it's a beautiful sewer.
It's so pretty.
Yes,
it's
it's
like
so
one
pretty.
of those legends where if you swallow a watermelon seed, a watermelon's going to grow on you, except Uriah swallowed all the things, so all the things grew inside it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
you walk all
beautiful.
through that fish. Yeah, and it also so the only thing about Uriah that probably bothers me is that it makes me think of urethra.
Oh,
Oh, that's
no.
very important bodily part.
Because the word sounds similar.
You know
This
what?
is a sewer episode, so we can do a little potty talk.
Yeah, this is a sewer episode. If we do not talk about doo-doo on this episode...
I'm sorry, I figured this was the time to bring that up. I love
No,
Uriah.
yeah,
I
it
voted
wasn't
for it. It's
doo-doo,
like
that
my
was
favorite.
me.
Oh, man. I apologize to all the Uriah fans listening to this.
I am a Uriah fan. What are you
So
talking
am
about?
I.
I just thought the sewer episode was the appropriate place to bring this up. You know?
I also feel obligated to say, yes, I know the urethra and doo-doo are not related.
I know they're not, but
I know they're not too, but since I made a comment about it, I just wanted to be like,
Oh.
in case you're at home and you started foaming at the mouth.
Ooh,
when I said
man.
that.
Yours hold piss and poo. I'm just
Do
saying.
we have any, doctor, graduates that are in here that
Probably.
will, come put you
Statistically.
nasty tweets about?
I don't have a doctorate. I'm not miserable enough for that.
Maybe our listeners are doctors. And if you out there listen to this, be sure to send us a DM about it.
This is only my
XenoChat
experience from my college professors that were doctors and seemed like the saddest people I ever met. Is all I'm saying.
XenoChat
Anyways,
podcast.
moving on. Notice how nobody voted for Kislev.
Yeah, yes, because Kislev is.
I like Kislev.
The sewers are.
I'll talk about that when we get to it.
I don't hate
Yeah.
it, but like it's probably my least favorite for
Well,
reasons.
speaking
fair.
of least favorites, let's kind of go over that. So
Yeah.
second to last place is a tie between 3 different sewer dungeons.
Different sewer dungeons. I'm looking at the chart. 4 of them all scored the same amount.
Or wait, 4. Oh man, I didn't do math right. Which
Oh
one
no.
Math
Which
is
one-
hard.
Which one am I
You're missing
missing?
McConus.
McConaughey.
Yeah,
Oh
McConnell
my
missed it.
Connus.
Don't worry.
Oh. No,
I got
you did math right. You just
Yeah.
left one off by accident.
Exactly. So now you know one of the four-way tie here.
McConus, my favorite family from Scotland.
Wait, this is an audio format, so he spelled it MECGONS.
N-I-S.
Don't judge me.
McConus.
I was typing with one hand.
Yeah, I know. It was funny the way it was.
No, I'm leaving it.
Yeah, that's
McConnell.
how it's spelled now. Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
so it's
I
a
know how to
4-way
disseminate.
tie.
Yeah.
Which 2 of them are from our favorite section, which are the Bionis Interior and the Mechanis Factory.
I think the Bionis really needs to have a doctor check them out because that looks like some nasty bacterial infection there.
Like
I
it's
feel like
kind
you're
of
not supposed to have acid in your heart, but
Not a good idea.
That's
I'm not
true.
even-
You have microbes that poop on you. I mean, it's bound to happen.
Now this
Again,
was,
I feel like we'll get more in depth in the
Oh,
next
yes, we'll
that's
get
true.
it.
We will.
Mm.
So
So this next one is I forgot all about this sewer dungeon until I just oh wait, there was totally a sewer beneath Labyrinthos, and it is tied with these 4. But yeah, I've totally forgot about the sewer beneath Labyrinthos, which isn't a good thing because that means it's terrible because it's forgettable.
Mhm.
And then also tied with it is the old Miltian sewers, which were in the Encephalon dive in episode 1. Blech.
Oh yeah, that one was like one of the less memorable ones for me because I had to actually look that one up too. I was like, oh yeah, this is the one that looked like that. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
Mhm.
bad. It was just kind of it didn't like
There.
stick in the mind as much.
Yeah. Well, the least favorite of all sewer dungeons of all Xeno turns out to be the Kislev sewers at 50% of the votes.
you're all
That's
wrong.
not even.
You're
I
cowards.
didn't listen. I didn't even dislike Kislev sewers overall. I just out of the ones that were there, that was like the weakest to me because of reasons we'll get into. But at least if all the places in any of these games existed and I went to Shavat elevator shaft, I would take a shit in it just to include it on this list and put it at the bottom. That's how much I hate that dungeon. But anyway.
All right. So I guess now we can get into the reasons for both answers. I can read these.
Okay, yeah,
All
these
right.
are a list of answers that for each vote. Yeah.
Exactly. So we've had 8 votes, so we have 8 responses. And this is what people said about the sewers. If the waters of Araya were actually slowly killing me, it would be worth it for the view alone. Kislev sewers are thematically boring. Everything living there is an edgelord. And why the fuck a sewer need giant fans in it? They're trying to create literal shitstorms down there.
Yep.
I mean, maybe.
Wait. We're designing the sewer. I think we need a platforming challenge in here.
We probably need to put a platform in here.
All right, so
Wait, I'm editing the next one.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Because that one was mine. Hold on. So read the next one and get back to me.
All right, Anonymous Bat, finish that one up, and then I'll come back.
I wanted the bat.
All right. So the next one is Uriah looks pretty and has nice people. Kislev confuses me, looks ugly, and the only time Rico really shines. My boy deserved better than that.
I'm pretty sure you said my boy wrong.
Pretty sure I said my boy right. The next answer says, find out on the episode, winky face, but it's not like a smiley face, it's like the 3.
Who wrote this? No.
The next one, all sewer dungeons are terrible.
Very fair.
Next up, Uriah pretty, Labyrinthos is too long.
It's not Uriah pretty, it's
Uriah.
Yes, that's right, Uriah. I said it wrong.
Hey,
My
Justin,
bad, guys.
Justin, Uriah pretty?
Uriah pretty.
Uriah pretty, son!
All right, so next up we got, for both it is Bionis interior. It's beautiful, but also a pain in the ass.
Fair.
And then we got Cathedral Ship best sewer because my favorite man is there. Even though it's a horrible nightmare revenge gnosis hallway for him, and less a sewer than an abandoned mall, Kislev sewers were the worst because lower power, new party, low resources, and high enemy encounter rate. True. It was hard, and I was a baby, but the Kislev sewers are a direct sewer level, and the story for Red Rum was interesting and set up the Soylent plotline in Gears. And it looks like the Anonymous Bat had finished up their comment. My knowledge is very limited. Uriah is very pretty and full of allergens, so you probably need a hazmat suit to survive because of the decay of whatever is decomposing in there.
Yep.
Okay, done.
Nice.
Lovely comments.
Mm-hmm.
So that explains it.
I think I can guess
everyone.
who some of them are anyway. But anyway,
I think I can too.
I
Was
think
this-
I know one of them.
I wonder who one of them was.
I have no idea.
Please tell if they're on this episode. Please tell us who it was.
Oh, wait, did that not get... Where did the...
If you know who wrote what comment, please like, comment, subscribe.
Thank
I
you
wonder
for
if the-
everyone for voting, by the way.
I wonder if the person that wrote the thing about the cathedral ship being the best sewer might happen to have formerly been named after one of the signs in Cathedral Ship in our server.
I don't know. That sounds stupid.
Yeah. Well, what would make you think that?
I don't know.
All right. Should we move on?
Why would I think that, Fish?
Mm-hmm. We can indeed move on. We can move on to the charts.
Woohoo.
Right, so I wanted to break down what makes a good sewer level, so I decided we'll do another, survey and force people to do it. But by then they had already done a survey and they didn't want to do another, so I only got 4
I
results.
want to apologize you because the secondary survey was hilarious to me. That's all.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't look at it, sadly. But hey, hold on. Let's stop the episode. I'll fill it out.
No, I don't want to
late.
do math.
Too late.
You made Robin do math.
Exactly.
I'll
He's
make
done.
Robin do
He's done
math.
plenty of math and plenty of work for this episode. He
Don't
deserves some rest.
No,
Google
Yes.
spreadsheet's not doing enough work.
All right, so again, I decided to break it down by what makes a good sewer. So the first question is, well, how easy is it to maintain? So I asked people, how easy do you think these locations are to maintain? And starting from the bottom, Kislev, this is out of 5, by the way, averaged at 1.3. Which, they send prisoners down there. And they have an unnecessary jumping puzzle. Probably not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Any other
True.
Throw comments on Kiesliv's ease of maintenance.
Oh yeah, there's a killer in there.
There is a killer monster in there.
That can
but
make it
not
slightly
really.
harder to keep clean.
I mean, Gramps is down there. I assume he does some cleaning or eats the sludge. Something.
Ugh.
And then we have a three-way tie between the Bledovik sewers, the Old Miltian sewers, the Labyrinthos sewers. And that's all three. I named three.
Yes.
I mean, Bledovik looks pretty easy, but I feel like maybe the water pressure makes it a bit hard. You get getting pushed around. But they did have a convenient castle entrance to the sewer.
I feel it's kind of important. A secondary entrance.
In the castle.
So you're saying that it's basically a moat in that case, huh? No?
I don't know, because it's not a moat if it's hard to get to. But,
oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like the main point of entry for maintenance was in the castle, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah, doesn't it open up in that fountain in the courtyard? Or
yeah, there's a fountain in the courtyard, but like that's not the main entrance, because the guy who maintains the sewer is in the castle, and he talks about how the prince used to play in the sewer because...
I guess it's clean enough to swim through without, catching a horrible disease. So.
I guess.
I was going to say that the fountain is a big old toilet.
The Miltian sewers, I remember having like a bit of, oh, you have to go over this side to press the button to lower the ladder on that side. Like, okay, come on, that's annoying. I'm just trying to fucking clean here.
That's... Some things that are put there for gameplay aren't necessarily convenient IRL, but yeah.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go. That's why I thought this was an important thing to judge a sewer level by.
Yeah, it
is.
Next, we have the cathedral ship got a 3. I feel like it's self-maintaining.
Yeah, I want to say so too. It seems alive.
What you don't gotta do nothing.
Yeah.
It works like a proper digestive system.
Exactly.
Probably.
Then we have the Bionis interior, the central factory, Uriah, and Tantal, all being 3.3. Even though, again, I think most of those are self-maintaining.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're self-maintaining, they're the easiest to take.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, why did they only get 3.3? What work has to be done? It looked like maybe there are some factory workers in the central factory. Like, that might have had some...
Well, yeah, I would think because of all the pistons, you need to lubricate somehow.
Maybe
it looked like you might need a person to oversee things, but the other 3 definitely just what maintenance.
So anyone who voted middle of the road that's in here, can tell us why they thought,
I don't.
Or less than middle of the road, why it can tell us why they thought that it,
I put down Tanto because it's like there's really not much to it. I mean, it's
exactly. It's super easy,
self-explanatory and cold. I mean, it probably doesn't get a lot of buildup of anything, really.
All right, and then the apparently least difficult to maintain is Pleroma, which, what? They have it's clearly poorly maintained if you look at it. There's sludge everywhere. They don't do shit. They have robots that don't clean it. So it's clearly very difficult to maintain.
I forgot about the sludge. Yeah,
that's why, because no one gives a shit. So there's no need to.
It doesn't make it easy to maintain. Not maintaining it doesn't make it mean that it's easy to do.
Fair. Maybe that's what they thought.
Basically, you're all wrong.
Maybe that's what they thought, though.
I voted I don't know.
That's fair. You can vote I don't know.
It got 2 votes. It looks like there were 2 different variations in vote, which were either very easy or mostly I don't know.
Yeah, why would you vote that it's very easy? It's not!
I mean, I didn't.
I know you didn't. Alright, anyway, the other thing that you might judge a sewer level by is how memorable is it? So, in a tie for the least memorable, we have Pleroma and Old Miltia. I honestly did not remember Pleroma at all, and I tried to look it up, and I still couldn't remember it at all.
I'm honestly having trouble. I know I remembered it the other day whenever I was looking at the other survey, and now I forget because I need pictures not named necessarily sometimes.
I just know there's that part at the end of the dungeon where you're running for your lives in the bottommost area as Ziggy. So I think that's why.
Oh wait, okay, no, it's not Pleroma. I forgot it. It's Labyrinthos that I completely forgot.
Oh yeah, Labyrinthos is that's the one I completely forgot too.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Oh yeah, see,
Pleroma,
I remember
remember.
what I was thinking about Pleroma. I remember looking at it at a glancing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it was that one," and thinking, "Yeah, that one looked nice," and I forgot about the sludge.
Yeah, I forgot about the sludge too, but yeah.
I can't believe you forgot about the sludge, the main gimmick. Anyway, the next not memorable one is Labyrinthos, which I didn't remember at all. I remembered it so little that in discussing things that I didn't remember, I forgot that I even didn't remember it.
That's fair.
Yep, then we have Bledovic. It is the problem with Bledovic, I think, is that you have the tournament going on at the same time, which is far more memorable.
Yeah, and the Kislev sewers kind of just overshadows the Bledovic one.
I
mean,
but we'll get to that.
I would say speak for yourself because to me, I thought that split in like different things going on and the tournament being used as like a distraction made that area more interesting.
It made it more interesting, yes, but I guess the annoyingness of the Kislev made me forget about Bledovic.
I mean, most of Bledovic sewer was just like you going through a narrow pipe full of water.
Yeah, and just like lying on your stomach, figuring out where the current's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the Central Factory, which I really liked. I'm surprised that it didn't score higher.
Yeah, I like Central Factory. I thought it was very cool.
Yeah, it was fine.
It scored. I mean, it did score pretty high. It scored a respectable 4.3.
Yeah, it kind of feels like going up a mechanical castle.
Yes.
Never thought much about it in terms of being a sewer. I guess it'd be.
It's in the tummy of the Mechanis, so it's a sewer.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess the reason is I don't remember water there as much as I do in Mechanis Field.
I believe there is one vat that you can jump into.
I'm pretty sure you're right, yeah.
Next we have the Bionis Interior and Tantal are both tied at 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, Bionis Interior, like, that was the first time when you go into the Bionis, like, the character's like, this is what the inside of the Bionis is. And then if you're playing, you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I think it's also memorable because you're like, of course, here I am in the third lung, which is a cave. And here I am.
Third lung. I'm like, how many lungs does this stupid thing have?
He shouldn't have 3. He can have 4, but 3 is weird, unless one was removed.
And then right near the end, was that like the heart chamber
or
something? That was
the heart
weird.
which is like 70 chambers, but then you go inside and it's 4 chambers.
Yeah,
and you're
like that.
Do you know what a heart looks like?
That's not normal.
Is Tantal just on here because anything that's inside of a Titan body is a sewer in this case?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, man, those pipes are frozen.
Yeah, Tantal's a little backed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next we have XLIV.
Yep.
Which was 4.7 memorable, which, I think we all remember that.
Exactly. Like, yeah, you may not like it, but it's memorable.
It's definitely memorable, yeah.
Yes.
And then Uriah at 4.8.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time there. It was pretty and pretty small for a Titan course.
It also had great music.
It did.
Very good music.
And some amazing weather conditions. I mean, like, you had those like neon petals. Oh my god, that was so cool.
And great story. Like, that's when you're learning about the hook shot and whatnot, like with the tandem, like that. You know.
Oh yeah,
There's some of the like biggest plot points happen there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's also where you get to like send your blades to go hang out, and they just chill.
Yeah, so you spend a lot of time there.
And also just the people of Uriah are just pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Rex meets his dad. His foster dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great place all around. Music's great. Yeah. Looks great. Great shit happens there.
Mm-hmm. I'd live there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, they have a giant water slide. Who wouldn't live there?
They
have a giant water slide from the throne room.
I want to see the queen go down the giant slide.
I got your joke there. I loved it. Well done.
Oh, that's
Well
not
done.
even a joke though.
Yeah, no, it is. It is right by the throne.
You
It's by the
you
throne
actually
room,
do
which
you
connects
there
to
is
the
actually a
sewer.
puzzle you can use it for.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I still want to see
environment.
Queen Rakwa go
I-
down the slide and go
Yeah.
wee.
I just want to applaud you for your throne room toilet reference.
Oh,
right there.
no problem. Thank you.
And the most
All right.
memorable of sewers is the cathedral ship. Which I don't know if that's necessarily for the environment of it, but definitely for the story stuff going on.
Mhm,
Yeah, the story
definitely.
stuff around that one is very big.
I
Not
know
that the
part of
environment
it.
is bad, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of the hard hitting, oh man, this is a Xeno story bits happen there.
Well, having seen the video, I can tell from there that's what the gnosis crap that's happening. That is a huge plot point right there.
Yeah. And you get more of that good psychology shit. It's very good.
Mhm.
All right. Next thing that you might judge a sewer by, how much fun did you have? Well, the
Fun
least
in a video game?
Yeah, I know
What?
that video games
No.
aren't for fun.
No, they're stress.
They're for
Stress.
stress. And the most stressful was Labyrinthos, I guess.
I'm sure there was probably some really crappy puzzles or something that was in that.
Anyone remember?
Apparently, the most stressful to remember.
The most stressful to remember.
Yeah.
There we go.
Labyrinthos.
Yep.
How did I
Yeah.
forget this?
Okay, I guess nobody who remembers Labyrinthos said anything is here.
How am I on a podcast about this series? I can't remember a
so-
single dungeon sewer.
I remember Labyrinthos, I don't remember the sewer.
Oh, I definitely. Yeah, who could forget Labyrinthos itself, though? I mean,
Yeah, that was important. The
it
sewer.
has. I mean, it's a building with cat ears. Come on.
Exactly. Then anyway, that was a 1.5. The next one is a tie between Pleroma and Old Milshin Sewers at 2. Because at least when I looked up Pleroma, I was like, oh yes, I remember that. Whereas staring at every part of Labyrinthos, I'm like, none of this looks like a sewer.
Yeah. I get that.
Then Kislev. Oh wait, that had nothing to do with how much fun I had there, but this getting stuck in sludge I found very annoying. Sorry, this was the fun question, not why did I
Yes,
remember
this
it.
is a fun one.
Anyway, Kislev.
Yeah.
I like Kislev, okay? I think the sewers, I guess I'm neutral to, but I really liked Kislev. I liked the D block.
Oh yeah, Kislev itself was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Nortoon, yeah.
That's why we're specifically talking about the sewers.
Yeah, we're just talking about the
well,
sewer
sewers,
part.
they had a jumping puzzle. I like jumping puzzles when they're in games that are not about jumping. I don't know. I just like them. When they're in games where they assume you can jump, I don't like them anymore.
I enjoyed running through the shit fan. No, actually, I thought the story in Kislev was it was cool how it was set up. It was a mystery. The villain was was kind of obnoxious, but also kind of cool. But yeah, I think pacing wise, maybe it was a little slower. Was the biggest thing.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say oh man, this thing lasted too long, and I guess when you're taking the game as a whole and you know how the last disc turns out, you're like, we could have had less of this and more of that.
I think it's partially where it falls because you're already in. By the time you get there, it at least for me, it felt like I was in Nortoon for a long time before I even got to that part. And to go from being in Nortoon for that long to a sewer dungeon that looked throughout different from other places in the game, but throughout it looked kind of samey and it was kind of mazy, and I could see how it would be kind of grating at that point, especially because the most grating part of that thing is as much as I love the song Invasion, I will never forget it because how long I listened to it while playing those parts.
Okay, that's fair.
And honestly, as much as I love that song, it did get kind of old there. At least for me. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's, again, fair. Well, I mean, everything's fair. It's all fair. These are opinion questions.
Well, yeah. I mean,
next least fun was Tantal.
Yeah, I answered that one least fun.
really?
Because it was-
I'm surprised.
Well,
Yeah.
because it was
I
when
don't know.
you first get there and you need to go to the lower levels, like, how the hell am I going to get down without dying?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
when-
fair.
And
Okay.
then when there's that field disturbance and then those 80 plus mobs come up, it's like, how the hell am I going to get past
You know
that?
what? That is fair.
That
I
I
will
get.
give you that.
That I
Yeah.
get.
See, that's why. Yeah.
I think
Like,
it looks cool
yeah.
for sure, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed it for like a lot of that stuff. But I could see it. I could see how you thought it was annoying to get down. To me, I kind of liked the environmental exploration puzzle to getting down.
And there's a named boss there that's a giant beetle, and he pushes you back, and then if does that pushback, you fall off the cliff, and you have to do it all over again.
Okay, but listen, also Cloud Seeking Kin is down there. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I was
sure.
gonna say there's actually some really great unique,
And he's great.
unique monsters down there because there's that.
There is.
Then there's I forget the names of them, but there is
The dude.
a driver you can beat, and then the tombstone appears once you beat them, and then as you come back, you'll find another driver kneeling at the tombstone.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
And I thought that was like the coolest thing.
That was cool. The giant beetle could die though.
Yeah.
Those driver special bosses, I think like at least 2 of them out of however many there were in the game, I beat by accident by knocking off of something, because a lot of them were like on places where they could fall off and take fall damage to death.
I remember, I think it was Machine Gun Julio that I managed to beat by toppling.
There was one I know that. Well, I know that there was one in in Morardain that's like on a very narrow platform.
Oh,
Yes,
that
I know the
son
one.
of
I was
a
going to bring that one up.
mother.
I definitely ended up beating him by like toppling him or blowing him back off the
I
edge.
did that too. Yeah.
And the same thing happened with that one at near Fonzet. There was one that I actually went back and refought him because I was dissatisfied with how fast he died that way. The one I did topple but didn't go back to was, there's a flying fish in the Holy Lancer A-frame. He's a flying fish close to the bottom of the tomb.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, and I beat him by toppling him out of the sky, and I was like, you know what? As annoying as that fight was, I don't even care. I'm just gonna leave it be. I'm not gonna redo it. But that's off topic. Back to the sewers.
All right.
Or is the tomb a sewer? No.
Tantal. Next fun was Bledovic.
Bledovic.
I mean, it was a nice reprieve between battles, I guess.
Yes.
It's got a good
Yeah.
flow to it, I think. I think that's part of the reason it's so fun.
Because it's a puzzle about
Yeah,
flow.
I mean- Well, I mean, it's like that, but also like pacing wise, like you put it between like, oh, tournament, then we got some time to go through the sewer, then
Yes,
that, and there's a lot going on that's really cool at that part.
that is a fun part.
Next, we have the Cathedral Ship, which had a score of 3. I keep forgetting to mention the score. Bledovic was a 3.3. Then I guess I don't know how numbers work, because that is bigger. That is the bigger number.
Mm-hmm. Bianchus. I mean,
So-
Oh, it looks fixed to me. Mhm, yep.
Yeah, okay, right. So next we have Bledovic. Previously, we had Cathedral Ship. Yep, that was the place. I don't know. I guess
You're
with
good,
Cathedral
you're
Ship, it was this part, the part where like everything gets a little harder. So I think
Mhm.
that makes it like,
Yeah.
oh hey, not as fun.
I could get that. I could see that.
And then we have the Central Factory,
Yeah. It's all right.
which had a 3.7. I like the Central Factory. It was pretty, so I just liked it, and the music was good, and you had the good battle theme. Very
Yeah,
good.
and I like the
Yeah,
moving like parts in
true.
the background is good, like the pistons
Very good.
and whatever those pincer thingies were.
And then the most fun sewers, we have Uriah and the Bionis Interior.
Yeah. I mean,
Good,
they're
great. I all agree.
yeah, I really don't have anything to say to that.
Yeah, they're
Honestly-
fun.
I think if I were to rate it, I think I would have put Bionis interior a little lower, only because a lot of that area, that as far as like traversal, is just made up of going across narrow pathways, and sometimes you have a long pathway that's just a dead end that goes to nothing except for like a collectible random item.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's why Xenoblade's a good game.
And it's fine, but I feel like there's some others from like the older games that might have been a little bit more fun than that to me personally. But I didn't vote, so I don't get a say.
You don't get to say anymore.
Yeah,
And yet,
fuck me, right?
And yet we get your much more versed opinion than just if you voted.
This is why I'm on the episode.
Yep.
So I can give my opinion after it's already been done, after the thing I didn't fill out. That's why.
All right. Next we have how aesthetic. Because that's really, like, honestly, it's one thing to have a sewer, but it's another thing to have a sewer you want to look at.
And want to work in. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's obviously a different thing. Want to work in would be the maintenance one, and the one you want to work in is Uriah, because you don't gotta do shit.
Yeah, I mean, it takes care of itself.
It's not Pleroma, where you have to do work. What the hell? Anyway.
What kid ever grew up saying, I want to work in Pleroma for a living?
Well, the least aesthetic dungeon, the one which was bad to look at and the vibes were musty, is XLIV. With a 1. The lowest possible score. Nobody even gave it it's not interesting. Everyone gave it it's bad.
It's just so easily to get lost in there, and everything
You get a
looks
map.
the same.
It's like the first area you get a map.
I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. You know, as if I need to make myself sound even stupider on this episode, but so I didn't know that the map was in the game at all until the final dungeon.
Well, the map's only in the game in specific places.
So you were just playing on hard mode. That's all.
Yeah. So you were just playing on expert mode.
You were a better gamer than us.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I had to pull up a map for the last dungeon, and then it was like, you can press a button to pull up your map. And I'm like, well, which button is that? And then I found out it was select.
Yeah, not every area has a map, though.
I'm like, why is this button doing something now when it hasn't the whole game?
But yeah, the XLIV sewers, for all that I will defend XLIV and its sewers, they're sewers. They're not interesting.
I mean, they got the pipes, and they got the brown walls, and they got the water going through the middle, and
that is a sewer, correct?
And there are fans for some reason.
There are fans for some reason for a literal shitstorm.
Yeah.
Next, least interesting is Bloodivik, which again, yep, that's a sewer. You did it. There's water. There's narrow. There's dark. A sewer.
I'll give XLIV sewer this at least. Like, there's some pretty interesting monsters in there.
The monsters were pretty cool. Like you got land shark.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you got weird fetus thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Weird fetus thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weird fetus thing I did like. I did like giant bird fetus.
It was called, I'm pretty sure it was called Orphan in there, and I will remember that forever because it just stuck out in my head.
It haunted
and
you.
It had this giant trash can with teeth named Rumdread. That would drink you like a Mountain Dew.
Slam a dew.
Yeah, slam you like a dew.
Sometimes when you slam a dew, it's Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have Pleroma, which you will recall had sludge there.
It has
it wasn't
sludge.
maintained. I'm gonna be mad about that.
I'm glad.
Let it go.
No.
No, we gotta make the listeners remember too.
Pleroma, remember, there was sludge. It wasn't maintained.
In Pleroma.
This is going to be on the next quiz episode. Where was there sludge?
I'll never forget it, Luigi. There was sludge all over Pleroma.
But yeah,
I've never cleaned pipes so dirty in my life, Luigi. And they voted it the easiest to maintain. Kiss my ass.
Okay. Well, that is an accurate impression of me, because that's near where I live. Next, we have the Old Milshin sewers, which again look like sewers. You did
Yep.
it. That is a sewer level in a video game. Applause.
But future tech sewer?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
We then have a three-way tie between Tantal, Cathedral Ship, and Labyrinthos. Which is amazing, because who the hell remembers Labyrinthos? You assume it looked like a future sewer. It was in Labyrinthos.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the reason I didn't remember. Is I was like, wait, doesn't it just kind of look like the rest of Labyrinthos?
I think it just looked like a sewer.
Or did it?
Sure, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
No, I
I'll
don't
take
see
your
why
word
not.
for it.
Well, then it should have been on par with, like,
Wait.
Old Milsha. Wait, are you remembering it?
No. I just thought of something. Is this all the categories? Is this the last one?
No, there's one more.
Oh,
Mhm.
maybe I should bring it up after the fact then.
Okay.
I'll hold on to this.
A surprise.
You can write it out if
category?
you want to, if you need to remember it.
I will just in case.
Okay.
Do those you know how like in Morardain there are some craters in the ground and you can go down in them and there are like pipes that come from the factory? Does that count?
Yes.
It should have.
Oh damn! Yeah, it should have.
So like it's just a bunch of pipes and they're huge and you can walk through them and they're like they technically come from the factory, but there's some places where there's like holes in the ground where they kind of like break from each other and like they all pour into like a collective like I don't know toxic pit of some kind.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
fall in there.
I don't know, because you are on the shoulders, but then again, we did say that the upper respiratory system is the sewer of the body.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like the
So, yeah.
Morardain definitely
for
has
next
sepsis
year?
though.
Next year when we rank the sewers again, because now
Yes.
we'll have a whole nother video game of sewers.
Yes.
And we'll let
Yeah, like-
you, the listener, take part. Well, no.
Next year we'll have to come up with a new
Quiz show.
quiz. Then we have, next is the Central Factory.
Mhm.
Which I like I said, that's my favorite. I love the machines and the stuff and pipes and
It's
pistons.
very
I like it.
mechanical.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very much my personal favorite. Followed by Bionis Interior.
Yeah. Again, that third lung, I don't know, that still bothers me.
It is pretty though. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
pretty.
very
just
pretty
when you
for
think
a
about
lung.
it. Like when I was up to that, when I was last playing it, and I was in the Biotis Interior, I'm just like, oh, here I am fighting the giant spider that lives in your lung.
As one does, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
As
Here
one
I am
does.
fighting the Telethia that lives in everybody's lung.
Yep, I'm sleeping
And
tonight.
whatever was in her. Like, yeah.
Remember, listeners, there's a giant tarantula in your lung right now.
It's a good thing I don't work tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Warning for me saying that sentence that I already said. And the most pretty was Uriah.
Of course.
Well, yeah.
To the surprise of no one.
There's
Yeah, no, I don't think
trees,
anyone's shocked
and
by
they're
that.
pink. They're pink blossom trees.
And with that, I guess we're going to get to the final category, right?
No, because apparently I missed something here.
What?
I don't know. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, something is missing.
Something's-
Oh, wait, no, it's because I stopped typing at a point. Never mind. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
it was a space in a weird place. Oh, gotcha.
Anyway, all right. The last category that I think it's really important to consider with the sewer: how much do it smell?
That is the
Asking the
Okay.
real questions here.
Real
Mhm.
question.
I'm actually really shocked by the results of this one, so please remind me to actually give numbers for this. The stankiest, the one where you just go absolutely awful, don't want to be here, Kislev. Which,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, you got
Yeah.
murders going on down there
Yeah.
in addition to sewer problem.
Blood and shit and yep.
Dead
It's gonna-
things, yeah.
It smells rancid. It's not good.
DK.
Blood and shit and slamming doos and
It smells like blood, shit, and Mountain Dew. The worst.
Blood, shit, and mountain.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, just like every time the Rumdread picks you up and does that attack, it looks like he's drinking you like a soda
Hey,
can or something.
Now our listeners are probably thinking like I am. Now we need some blood and shit and Mountain Dew and just do a sniff test.
This is going to be our motto now,
Episode-
our catchphrase.
Episode title.
Oh
Blood,
god.
shit, and my mouth.
Mountain Dew.
Episode title:
Sponsor
Blood,
us,
Shit, and Mountain Dew.
because this is happening.
Yes, totally sponsor us based on.
Oh, actually, better name and safer name: Blood, Poo, and Mountain Dew. It rhymes.
Ooh.
That is good. Next stanky, we have Labyrinthos with a 1.5 in the stank. Again, I don't remember it. Sure.
The way you said that.
All right, let's hear your thoughts on that.
What? My thoughts on Labyrinthos, the one I don't remember? Hey, someone who remembers Labyrinthos, why is it 1.5 stinkies?
It's so stanky, it gave you amnesia about its existence. I don't know.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's so stanky, your brain blanky.
It's like you sniff ammonia and you pass out. Maybe that's what happens there.
Oh, maybe. It was so stinky that the stink goes through your TV and gives you the stink.
Ew.
Next, with a 1.7, we have a tie between Cathedral Ship and the Old Milton Sewers. They don't complain about the smell of the Cathedral Ship. That doesn't come up.
Probably smells
So
like
I
Arby's.
figure it must be neutral.
It smells like dust. I don't know.
I don't know, maybe it smells like old beef, but not rotten beef,
Old
just
beef,
old
yeah.
beef.
Just old beef, yeah.
Just beef.
Alien
Your
beef.
grandma's house.
Beef that's just been sitting out for too long, and you're like, that's gonna
Ew.
turn, we gotta cook this.
Ew,
Smells like
I've smelled that
gingivitis.
before.
Okay, you're reacting too strongly, though, because none of them are like, oh, where are we? It stanks.
Dude, I used to work in a meat department. It smelled pretty bad, but, they didn't say anything about it in the game.
Well, they do comment about smells in some areas in the first game. Like, Momo does remark that Albedo's ship's stinky.
Oh, great, the robots... No, the robots smelled it first, huh? No.
They dealt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the smell is commented on in the game. They have canon evidence that they smell things. So if Cathedral Ship smelled, we would have heard about it. Next stinky, with 2 stinks.
No
is
disrespect,
Bloodivik.
Momo. Oh, 2 stinks is Bloodivik?
Yeah.
Bloodivik got 2 out of 5 stinkies. It is less stinky than XLIV, probably because of the lack of murder.
Yeah,
But it does still have the
I'll do
shit
that.
Mountain Dew.
Does Bart say anything about Bloodivik?
He doesn't, but it is a sewer. Though then again, it is a sewer that connects to a fish tank.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it could smell a little fishy.
It could smell a little fishy, but it can't smell like murder.
Oh, just another day in the life of a sand pirate.
Exactly. Our next stinky, we have the Bionis interior with 2.3.
Yeah, it would smell like blood. And
Yeah, it would definitely smell like autopsy in there.
yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, I could see that.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, whatever that liquid in there
It's
is,
mysterious.
the ether-looking liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the acid that he has both in his stomach and in his heart.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a good thing, but
I mean, this
I'm not
is
a
Xenosaga.
doctor, friend, but that's not what it's supposed to be.
I'm not a doctor.
Blood?
I mean, it does damage you, so it probably doesn't smell too great.
Yeah.
Klaus, if you could recreate the world in your image, what do you want? I want my blood to glow in the dark.
Well, who doesn't?
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Bionis got a 2.3 stinks. But the Central Factory got a mere 2.5 stinky.
Oh, it probably smells like oil. And that's
I was gonna say it's gonna smell like metal and possibly rust, which isn't a great smell, but you know what? That's probably better than the Bionis interior.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I'm a weird person who likes this way that a mechanic smells. So
yeah, I do too. I don't mind it.
Oh, all right, good.
Kind of like that weird, motor oily kind of smell.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
It doesn't smell bad. It's fine.
I mean, I'm not. Don't take that wrong. I'm not gonna be huffing that shit or anything. But,
I mean, I like to spend my days going over to the mechanic and just going.
This one smells like high quality.
Forget
oil.
the perfume. Could you just put this on? No. I'm Virgil.
Xenoblade fans like the smell of oil. What?
I don't remember if I said, but that was a 2.5 smelly.
Yes.
Then tied for 2.8 smellies, it's Uriah and Tantal. I'm
Yeah.
surprised Uriah scored so low. It's full of flowers.
I would
Yeah,
I would
it
say
is.
it would smell higher. I mean,
But it's
roses
also-
really smell like boo boo boo.
Actually, I wonder, I wonder if some people took this as it has a lot of
Yeah.
smells versus it is a bad smell.
Well, I
Well-
filled out the survey, and I put it like, is it pleasant smelling or not pleasant smelling?
Yeah.
It's fun 1 to 5, but like I didn't just say 1 through 5.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
see.
says absolutely awful, bad but tolerable, not bad but not good, kind of nice, heavenly.
Yeah.
So it was very clear that it was
Uriah's
like how much you like the smell.
Yeah.
Uriah's the inside of a whale. I figure it's gonna smell like fish or something.
True. I mean that's not a bad thought. So that might be why it got so many stinkies. Tantal, I feel, shouldn't have much of a smell just because it's so cold.
Cold
Mhm.
smell.
Yeah.
It smells like frostbite.
It smells like not much of anything because not much is traveling, and your nose is stuffed. You can't smell.
You clearly haven't been to a really cold place. You can.
I've been to
smell.
places where I can't smell because my all of the mucus in my nose has frozen.
Well, you just aren't seasoned enough. No, I thought Tantal would smell like freezer burnt toast,
Mm.
bread, whatever.
Really cold, dry places smell like blood because your nose is bleeding now.
Oh, gross.
So that's the stinky. But then the most nice smelling place with a 3 is Paroma. The place that has literal shit stains on the floor is the nicest.
I don't have an answer.
I think
for
y'all
that
are
one.
idiots.
Hey, that wasn't me. I'm just saying.
Wait, that's the one I voted. I don't know.
Y'all are idiots. I don't even.
Hey,
Yeah, I
There was
I am.
one vote, and the vote was it's probably
I didn't-
fine. The place with literal shit stains.
Virgil gives this quiz the big stinky.
So
You
that
forgot to
gets
include
one.
the one Glenday. It reeks.
That's not it reeks. That's just that guy.
I know.
Anyway, I think we can rank this as an uh-oh stinky.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
Okay, but what about the inside of the tomb? I'm not gonna say
so
any
mad
more.
at you.
I'm not gonna say any more than that, not to spoil B.
That's
all
fair.
right.
Wait, the tomb that B has already played Xenoblade 2, and therefore there's no spoilers?
No, I'm talking about the tomb at the start of
Oh,
Xenosaga
the
3.
Xenosaga tomb.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking about Virgil
Well, we,
again.
Well, it smells like a tomb, so probably bad.
It smells
Also,
like
it's not a
dust.
sewer.
it's not a sewer. We're only talking about sewer.
I
I
know.
thought you meant the tomb that is in Blade 2.
Oh
It-
yeah,
it
yeah, that
could have
makes
also been here because that is inside of a Titan and therefore is a sewer.
true.
Ugh.
True. I
We'll
didn't
have
see any
more
water. It
options.
was all
What is
actually there
the
was a little bit
giant
of water.
cavern of a Titan if not the sewer of the Titan?
It's but I don't know.
I don't know. Leftheria is weird.
Leftheria
man.
is
There's
weird.
all dead titans, all cold agglomerated.
No, they're fine.
No, yeah, the Leftheria.
They're not dead.
They the
They
jellyfish.
look dead.
They all look dead.
We,
I don't.
we'll have to
It's
definitely do
crazy.
this episode again because who knows what kind of sewers will be in Xenoblade 3.
Right?
Anyway, the
Oh
best
my
sewer,
goodness.
of course,
I
was
thought,
Uriah.
I thought
Yes.
you were saying that we're gonna have to redo this episode because of how bad it was turning out.
Oh, this is turning out great.
This is
Well,
cool.
This is
I was gonna
quality
say-
content.
This is
It's-
cool.
we did valid research. It's good. It's all good.
It's okay. Just mute my audio.
No,
Just delete the episode. Just delete our
Delete.
podcast.
Delete it.
just delete
If we
all of
get
it.
1 million channel points,
Nick, you said you had something else to add, or did you already say it?
Oh, I did earlier. It was the more ordained
Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah,
sewer
that's
pipe.
fair.
Oh,
That's
okay.
for next year. Wink,
Okay.
wink.
Yeah,
Along
Which
with-
I
I think
will.
for next year we should come up with another incredibly good and important thing.
As I argued, more ordained The Titan that is burning out clearly has sepsis. So
Yeah, it has a lot going
Gross.
on. This was a shitastic episode.
It was
very crappy, very
XenoChat's
crappy.
shitacular.
Yes.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
All right. I think
5 out of
with
5
that,
snips.
we can close this shit show of an episode.
yes,
Ooh.
yes, we can. So we can go around. I don't know if you guys want to go around and plug some shit or. Or not?
I think if you're plugging some shit, you need to see a doctor.
Yeah, you need to like stop eating so much cheese.
Been holding it all episode.
Boy. All right, so I
He's
can
talking about shit.
I can start.
If you don't take it, you deposit it.
Yeah. Yep.
That bothers me so much. It shouldn't be called taking. You're not taking anything.
Just go ahead and plug some shit.
All right, so on April 2nd on Retro Roulette, we're going to start our Kirby Marathon to celebrate the release of that new Kirby game that just came out. Yay, Kirby, indeed. And we're going to be playing as many Kirby games as we can get our hands on, and I'll be the one playing quite a few of them. So, starting April 2nd, we'll kick it off with Kirby's Dream Land, and then a couple other games. We're still finalizing the schedule, so stay tuned for that. I've got some really, really fun surprises planned for that marathon, so you definitely do not want to miss that one. It's going to be a good time.
Nice. Okay, how about you, Robin?
Buddy, I ain't been doing garbage.
Have you been playing any games or?
I've just been playing Xenoblade because I finally got to a point in my job where I was so stressed that I needed to play my comfort game.
Oh.
And I was like, maybe if I actually finish this, that would be good. So now I'm at the end of the game where all I have left to do is kill the final boss, and I'm like, cool, what if I got all the arts manuals instead? So I'm just chilling out in Land of Challenge, beating my head into a wall because I'm not good at the game.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm thinking about maybe one day I'm going to stream, besides Silent Hill, which I've already said, Primordia by Wadget Eye Games.
Sorry.
Yeah, I remember I really liked that, and so I was thinking, oh, I should play that again.
I played that briefly, and I got stuck because I'm bad at those type of games, but I really liked the atmosphere and just the concept.
So gorgeous.
Yes, so I would definitely watch you play that.
Yeah, and it definitely has a thing that I just wholesale stole for my robot fiction that I need to finish because
Yes, you should.
I should finish that.
Speaking of games with cool atmosphere, check out this game that came out recently called Anno Mutationem. The devs actually sent me a code to play on stream, and I did a stream of that, and we had a great time. It's a really cool sci-fi action adventure game, and I think that a lot of people who enjoyed Xeno might find this one intriguing. It's definitely got the vibe. Yeah, it's got some awesome vibes, amazing, and I mean amazing sprite work, some of the best I've seen. It's a really, 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 really cool game. It's on Steam right now, and I think Limited Run Games just opened pre-orders for the PS4 and PS5 version, so if you want a physical copy, you can get that as well. So yeah, definitely check that out.
I was going to say, I believe there's also still the demo on Steam that you can play.
Oh yeah, I don't know if this demo. Yeah, let me check if the demo is still up. I'm not sure actually.
Oh, do you think they took it? Oh yeah, it may have been a limited one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, Anno Mutationem. Definitely check that one out. And another game that just came out that I think Xeno fans might be into is Ghostwire Tokyo. I got it and I couldn't get enough of it. It was hard to put it down. It's a really, really cool first-person action adventure game. I usually am not into those kind of games, but that one got me. The vibes are really cool. The graphics are unbelievable. The attention to detail in the city is unbelievable as well. So yeah, 2 games for you to check out that just came out.
Nice.
Just to confirm there, yeah, they took the demo off. Sorry about that.
Mhm.
But hey, look at it and see what you think.
Yeah.
Nick, why don't you go ahead?
I don't have a lot that I'm doing that's like really big publicly, I guess. The only thing that might be a thing is which will also be through Retro Roulette stuff. But technically on my channel, I guess, is I might actually be streaming a game in the Kirby Marathon. And I guess, should I go ahead and say what it is? I don't know.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Because we're still finalizing the schedule.
We're still finalizing things on that. So, yeah, I may potentially be playing a game for that marathon as well. But if I do, you'll find out through Retro Roulette.
All right.
So, there we go.
Okay. And B.
Yeah, I just have a backlog of games I'm working on. Arceus right now. I was gonna go switch to Three Houses, but then now with Kirby, I don't know. And then Game Pass dropped a whole lot of big names, like Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm hearing about one called Tunic. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
yeah.
can talk about that.
Yeah, I would. I think I want to try that out too. So I need time to catch up.
Yeah, Tunic is supposed to be like an isometric version of like it's really riffing off of like old school Zelda is what it is.
Yeah, and I enjoyed old school Zelda. I mean, I don't know who
Yeah.
doesn't like old school Zelda, but it's a little fox in a tunic. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm taking a course, but that's it.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm taking a photography course. That's exciting, but that's it. Yeah,
Well, that's
good
cool
stuff.
though. Yeah. Well, as for me, I'm not doing too much. I've been juggling a few games. Rune Factory 5 just came out. It's been pretty good. It's a little janky. There's some slowdown, so it's not perfect, but I've still been finding some enjoyment with it. And I've also been playing Disco Elysium as well, so it's a completely different game. The writing is so fantastic.
I hear it's
I was
the
about-
story of that game is just like that's the game. The story of that game is just
yeah,
the different
I
pathways you
wondered
can go
about that,
through
yeah.
and everything with that. Yeah.
it's been.
I've heard that game has the means to make people feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like with how
It-
deep it goes into some things.
It goes some places, and there's some definitely be wary if you're I don't know, it has some heavy topics sometimes,
Yeah,
so
if you're sensitive to some of those topics, you want to steer away from some of that.
yes, but otherwise it's very well written, has very good voice acting, and the game like psychoanalyzed me, and I wasn't expecting that, and it scared me, and yeah, it was it's been very good so far, but yeah, look into it before you make a purchase. But I've been enjoying it. But that's about it. Thank you for listening, everyone, and thank you guys for partaking in this very important discussion. Best episode ever.
Clearly. Yeah, I mean, we're done recording now.
Mic drop.
Wait, no. We got to mention one more thing.
Oh,
Pluroma has shit stains.
Pluroma does have shit stains. It's
Shit
not a good
stains.
place.
But
Need
it's
some
the
Tide
PSA.
sticks to clean that out.
Yeah, but
Maybe if somebody stopped feeding Momo all the Tide Pods, they would be able to clean that.
oh
True.
no. That's her shit
Dang.
stains.
Margulis.
Okay. Anyway,
We went there.
yeah.
No, that's right, Margulis. I called you out for feeding Momo Tide Pods.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining me tonight, and April Fools, everybody. Happy
We didn't
April
raid
Fools.
for dungeons in the sewers.
We
It was
did
a
it,
joke. We
Well,
didn't.
but
We
we
didn't
did.
do it. You hallucinated this whole episode.
Yep. It's all a figment of your imagination.
Last
Yep,
season
this
was all a
episode
dream.
doesn't exist.
Just a fever dream. You will wake up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait a minute, are you serious?
There was like a lawyer billboard for gotten in a motorcycle wreck, and it just shows like this. It looks like the Orange County Chopper dude or whatever with the big handlebar, or not handlebar, the big what do they call that mustache? You know, the kind, the one that bends down like that. It looked like that guy.
Mustache, yeah.
Was that? See, people tell me that's not a handlebar. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's the one that kind of looks like it could double as a goatee. It's a handlebar.
Yeah. That's what I always thought, and people. I always say that, and people.
No. I'm a certified beard expert.
Yeah, handlebar's the one that curls up, not the one that goes down. I'm like, well, what? It looks like handlebars.
The one that curls up, like I think that's
a stalker one.
Okay, wait. I think one of them is like a biker stash, and the other one is handlebar.
I just call it the Salvador Dali. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
the Salvador Dali involves a goatee as well.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, it just showed a stereotypical guy, and it said, this is all that it said on this billboard. Beside that, call 8, one number, and for some reason I thought that was the funniest looking thing, because it's just this motorcycle looking dude with like like this serious look on his face.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, this serious look on his face, and it says, "Been in a motorcycle wreck? Call 8." In big letters, and I was like, what? Does that mean like 888-888-888?
Alright, okay. If there is a split above, like right on the Cupid's bow, then it's a Fu Manchu. If there isn't and it goes all the way across, then it's a horseshoe.
I thought you had to... Oh, yeah, horseshoe is what they call... I thought you had to have like a soul patch kind of thing for a Fu Manchu.
I thought so too, but I'm looking at this types of mustaches chart, and I believe this is a certified mustache expert.
Damn, we're getting learned. I mean, if you want to cut, if you want to make a Xenosaga, or a XenoChat extra about us learning about mustache types, you go for it. So Squaretash, what is Squaretash falling to?
I'd have to go look at a picture so make sure I'm not remembering it wrong, so give me a minute.
Because I think his goes down, then goes up after it hits.
I think it's anime.
Yeah. It's not quite Wario, it's a little more extreme than that, I think. And then it looks like he...
Anyone want to come over here and punch me in the throat until my voice doesn't sound stupid?
It's like it curves down, then I think it curves back up, and then at the end I think he has it frayed.
He does kind of have a Wario going on. I'm looking at it now.
It looks like he just stuck the ends of his mustache into
I can't. This one has it, and I can't read what the fuck that's called. I think it's called the Roly Fingers.
But yeah, it looks like he frayed the ends of it, as if he stuck a straightener on the ends of his stash and just left the straightener clamped way too long, and it just burnt the ends of his hairs. That's what it reminded me of.
Well, now this person has names for these that I've never heard. Okay, that's the sort of Fu Manchu I've actually heard of, so that's nice.
Okay, is all the math done?
Yeah, I don't want to do math anymore.
Okay.
Okay, good job!